Hey there. Today the moon continues in Libra, and I would like to share today with you some of the pitfalls of Libra and the Libra Aries opposition because we have some planets in Aries, some focus on Aries at the moment, and the Libra moon is opposite Aries, and Libra and Libra and Aries are really two sides of that coin, the Libra Aries dynamic. So I'm going to share with you some of the pitfalls of how that can show up, what it can look like, especially in relationship, and also some of the breakthroughs and some of the magic that it can bring us. So I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Friday, May 9th. And so yesterday I was sharing about the Libra moon and how it is bringing in that dynamic of relationships and focusing on how we need to compromise in order to get along with other people for the greater good, to see what we can experience that is bigger than ourselves by sharing with another person. And so today, just taking that a little bit deeper and some of the things I like to share, and especially with the Libra Aries dynamic. So we've got Neptune at 1 degree Aries. We've got Venus still in early Aries. Mercury is going to be leaving Aries in a couple days, but it's still there. So Aries is that selfish energy, but also self-reliant energy, the energy of going for what you want, taking action, pushing everybody else out of the way to get where you want to go, right? That that energy of the Mars Aries energy of aggro drivers when you're swearing out the window and shaking your fist because somebody did something you didn't like, and it's really easy to get mad at somebody who is pretty anonymous in a car over there. Right. So Libra reminds us that there's actually some really big gifts about seeing how we can solve problems together by having respect for one another and seeing how we can work things out together instead of just going to our raw emotion and desire to get what we want. So, some of the pitfalls of Libra and Aries are that aggressive energy. The Libra energy can bring the tendency to self-compromise, to want to please other people, to say, I'll make myself smaller so that everybody's happier, so that I, A, don't have to take responsibility for being who I am, and B, can avoid, pushing your buttons and having you get mad at me or making things uncomfortable. So Libra can become the people pleaser, the doormat syndrome experience, and that is one of the pitfalls. So imagine what happens when you are making yourself small and stuffing who you really are and silencing yourself and letting other people take the lead and have what they want and doing what they want to do and never doing what you want to do, right? So that can, the anger and resentment can build up on the inside when we do that. And that is the dark side of Libra. So that Aries energy on the flip side of that coin has to come out, and it can erupt in unexpected ways, coming out in ways that are not ultimately the most healthy. maybe some passive aggressiveness, maybe some direct aggressiveness that just explodes out when you aren't expecting it. But anyway, so you see how Libra's about balance, but if we are too focused on balance at all costs, then that the Aries side of that coin can build up and express its aggro nature, its need to get what it wants. So, or express that anger, that aggressive side. So, the gift within that, though, is that when the Libra energy is focusing on true balance and what balance really is, what is really possible, is that real balance means bringing ourselves to the table, not being small, not silencing ourselves, being who we are, taking up space, saying what we think, asking for what we want. That is more of the Aries energy, right? But it's also Libra balance, because it is not balance when we silence ourselves. That's not real balance. Real balance means we are bringing ourselves to the table as an equal. And that's a great Libra concept, right? Equality and partnership and cooperation, but you can't be an equal partner and you cannot cooperate unless you are bringing yourself fully 100% to meet someone else where they are. So, does this apply in some relationship that you might have? Is there some place where you might be silencing yourself or not asking for what you want or not taking up space or being who you are, and doing that in a more Aries way, a more proactive, direct? I'm going to show up and bring real balance by showing up and bringing myself to the table. That could be the place of magic. That could help to create some breakthroughs by supporting that place of real balance. So, thank you so much for being here and thinking about this Libra energy and where you need balance in your life, how this impacts you and your relationships, what relationship work looks like for you, because it might be that you're not silencing yourself. Maybe you're being comfortable with someone else being silent, right? And so you need to maybe stop taking up so much space to bring balance and let someone else have a voice, bring in that true Libra cooperation, that spirit of cooperation where we feel secure enough to be in balance, in equality, in listening and speaking and sharing together so that we can cooperate and collaborate and see what is possible when we show up fully as ourselves to bring real balance in that spirit of relationship and doing the real relationship work. So hopefully this is helpful for you and maybe it applies to something in your life. There are plenty of other ways of thinking about Libra balance too. We can think about peace and harmony and inner balance and inner peace, and where do you need balance in your life. So any of those might be appropriate for you during this Libra moon, as we are focusing on the theme of Taurus and connecting with the earth and how we are going to sustain the power of positive change, and where we need to change our habits, our routines, our ways of being in the world, our ways of thinking and taking care of ourselves so that we can continue in the direction of creating the things that are most important to us, that bring meaning to our lives and that are really important in the big picture. I had a video last Sunday about the big picture and the outer planets and their alignments with each other, and how to think about where we are in this moment of bigger picture change and shift. So thinking of all of this in the context of that bigger picture, and you might enjoy that video if you haven't seen it yet, or might want to review it at some point. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I'm Marina Orms. You can book a reading with me at astrologyheals.com, and I am so grateful for you. Thank you for being here to help me create this space where I can share with you. And I'm so looking forward to doing more in my membership program that I'm working on. There are some articles there, so check it out. It's in the link for, or the description for this video, and you can click to see what is going on there, and I will be adding to it. Thanks for being here and subscribing, and I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.